Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. Just like that. And actually, if you make that, it actually makes 2 pipes to ground. And the reason that you want 2 of them is because you have 1 pipe goes underground, and the other one comes up above the ground. And the yellow line, that's as far as you can do it, right? If I do it up there, it starts a fresh one. But if I go there, it's actually joining the 2 together. These pumps do not require a power source. They power themselves. So then I can take that pump there, that pipe, and I can put that one up to there, and then I can go there like that. That's bringing me up towards this area. I would actually like one more little bit of that, so we're going to do that again. So it's going to make another 10 of those. Then it will join up, and it will make these curved pipes. So I'll put that into there as well, like that. And I will join that one onto there. And I'll bring that one all the way up, and I'll drop it there. Now, I don't have enough material. Oh, I do. I've got 5. That's good, actually. I'm going to do that. Right, I'm going to make 5 pipes. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to put our boiler down here. I'm going to go... Actually, the water... I could put the water just like that. Yes, the water will run straight through it like that. Okay, that's actually good. That's fine. Because then this steam engine, that one can go right on there. Rather than using any of those pipes, just for a minute, I'm going to put that one on there. And I'm going to put that one on there. So they join together like that, and they should both run off of this one. We've got water going in there, and then out of there you have steam, and that carries on up that way. If you join another boiler onto this side, it will then produce more steam out that side. This is all good. Now, I could move the whole thing along a little bit, just to make it a little bit more convenient for the other bit that I want to do. And so that's what I'm actually going to do, is I'm going to take that pipe there, and I'm going to put that one in. And you can see they've gone through. When the game first came out, all of this was not high definition, but it is all high definition stuff in here now. And the high definition is actually really, really good. I really like it. So that one, if I drop that one there, that's just moved it over a little bit away from those trees. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to move that one over a little bit further, actually. And I'll drop that in there like that. So you can see you got the water coming through, and it does give the little droplet on there to tell you what's in there. That's because later on, you get other things in there. Alright? There will be other items, but we can't run through that unless you get the squeak through mod. You can't get between these, but if you get the squeak through mod, it will allow you to run in between them. And that squeak through mod is absolutely invaluable. Alright? It really is invaluable when you've got lots of stuff. I mean, what you really do is you make things very neat and tidy by keeping all of your pipes underground. As much as you can, you keep them underground, and then you don't have to worry about it. You can just step over you just run over them, and you haven't got anything like in the way. It makes a massive difference to everything. Trust me on this. It really does. But what we're going to do is we're just going to clear away a few more of these trees out of the way here. That one and that one. Right, so we've got a bit of space up through there. And again, I want more space up through here. Keep going. There we go. Right, I think that's probably sufficient space. And we've also, if we have a look up here, we're going to have a very nice lot of items in here now. We've got 200 of those. If I go there and I press Control like that, I pressed Control on it just then, that actually removed everything out of the container. And then gave it immediately to me. And I could do the same on there. That got me 284 pieces of copper plate. And you can see the coal is slowly backing up. It's slowly building up. It's getting there. It's going to take a while, but it will eventually get all the way round. But what I want to do now is I actually want to make more belts. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going to make 40 of them. And then while I'm not kind of doing anything, I'm going to start making some more automatic science, automation science packs. What I will do before that is I'm going to make a lab. So I've got that one ordered, and then I will go for 10 of those. So I'm using up some of my items. Wait a minute. I want to cancel that, and cancel that. Right? I don't want to make those yet. What I want to make first is one of those. One burner inserter. There's a reason for this. No, actually, I want 2 burner inserters. There's a reason for this. You'll see in a minute. So now I can go back to making that one, and I can go back to making 10 of those, like that. And if I do that, I've got another 40 iron plates. I better make a few more items. So then I will take this, that belt, and I'm going to run that belt down here. I'm going to run it from there over to this side. So you remember that we've gone and built all of this down through here. If I go and stand on the belt while I'm doing this, see, we've run a bit faster. But I've now run out of belt. I need more belt. In order to be able to do this, in order to be able to finish all of this properly, I need a lot more belt yet. So I'm going to take that. There's another 16 iron plates. Gives me 62 in total. So I will go back to there. I can make another 20 of them. I've got these making at the moment. Never mind. That's fine. We don't need to worry too much about those. It's going to take us a little while to build everything all the way down here. So what I will do instead is I'll run all the way down here and I'll just drop in some wood. But you can see how fast it ticks through the wood, right? That's how quickly it goes through. This one now, I've got steam. Performance is 0 because I've got nothing going on there. I've got nothing being used. But that's now used up all of the timber that I can, and it's got everything up to temperature. So I've filled it up with steam. Both of those are filled up with steam. And what I'm going to want next is I'm going to want some of these electric poles here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to make 50 of those. Right? So it makes the cable, and then it also uses up the timber to do that as well. 50 of these. Does that seem excessive? It's not. We will be using them. Trust me on this. We will be using them. And we'll put that one down there. I'm not going to go very far with them at the moment. Actually, I can go very far because it doesn't really matter. That will be... yeah, that will work just fine. So if I drop that one down there, I'm now producing power. It's only going to there, right? It's not doing a great deal. If I go to you, it's not really used very much up. But if I come out from that power pole right there, and then you can see that there is a cable that goes between it, yeah? And you see how far that cable... it doesn't stretch very far, but it does get a little way. So if I press and hold the mouse button now, I'm actually going to zoom out for this. Press and hold the mouse button. There. It starts auto-magically placing those cables down all the way up through like that. Yeah? And it does it at full distance. So whatever the full distance is that it will let you go to, that's where it puts the cable. It doesn't sort of stop any sooner than that. Let's run those down there. Right. So it doesn't like plonk them down sooner than that. There's cables that you get later on that they go much, much further. And it will do the same. It will just let you run them as far back as you can get. Right, there's another 80 iron plates. I'm going to use those to make more belts. As many belts as I can. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to take that lab and I'm going to put that one down there. Then I'm going to go to that lab and I'm going to put those 15 science packs in there. There's nothing else I can do at the moment. I need to press T for my research and I want to start researching. And we want automation. Because that's the first thing that will enable us to have the assembling machine 1 and a long-handed inserter. The long-handed inserter doesn't really make much difference. It is useful, but you know, right on the off, like it's not essential. So I've started that one, and you can see now it's going to start using those up. It uses up each science pack all the way up through. It uses that one, and at the moment it will do 1 science pack per cycle, but you can get modules later on that reduce that increase production value, so you actually get more than 1 cycle per science pack, which is really, really good. Also though, if you look down here like there, it says 1 each on those. I'm just trying to find a one that has got different numbers. None of these have got different numbers. Sometimes you get them where it says 2. So you need 2 science packs for each cycle, but it looks like... Yeah, it looks like that's not a thing that they have anymore. It used to be a thing, but it's not a thing anymore. It's the time that it takes. Time needed to research 1 unit in the lab. Okay? Like there. So we need 50 units, and it's 15 seconds for each unit. Here it's 10 seconds for each unit, but it's times 50. So I've got to make 50 of those items. That's kind of the big thing here, is that I'm going to have to eventually make 50 of those items right there. I'm going to run this one down, and... Now, you can go out at an angle if you want to, but it just does that. It makes a complete mess of it. So we don't really want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick those up. There, like that. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring it over there. So it's a little bit neat and tidy. I'm going to bring that one up there, like that. And I've now run out. So I need just a little tiny bit more iron to bring that down to complete that one little pass right through there. Plus, we're also going to need plenty of iron. So there's another 46 iron plates. It's going to give me... Actually, I'll just turn all of that for a minute into more belts, because the extra belts will be handy. And then we'll go back and we'll have to start making more science packs. Just bring that to there. And then like that. Okay. Run that down. So now you can see we've got all of this set up. That is now slowly consuming power. Right, I've got wood on there at the moment. What I could do is I could take this wood, I could put a little chest down, and I could put a burner inserter, and it would all power itself and everything would be tickety-boo. But I don't want to do that. I want to drop that one down there, a burner inserter on there, and I want to come up this way. I can use, I've got a new type of inserter. I've got that one there. That requires power, and everything that we do from now on we'll be doing with a power system rather than burners. As much as we possibly can. That's going to be like our next thing, but this is the last burner inserter that I made. I'm going to drop that one there, look. It's going to load itself with a couple bits of coal, and then that is just going to start cycling that down through there. That's going to be absolutely great, right? I've got all the coal that I need on here to fill all of this up. And if you look in here, we've got another 200 of them. So I'll take all of those out. I've got hundreds and hundreds of pieces of copper. And if I look in here, I've got 46 iron plates. So iron plates, those are the big things. So really what I want is I want more of this lot. But we'll get to that in a minute. I've used up those 15 already. I need to make more of these. I got another 10 I can make there. That'll put us up to about 25. Now you can see it takes 5 seconds to make each science pack. And it takes 10 seconds to use each science pack up in here. So we can make them faster than they can be used up. Which is, you know, that is a good thing. But we're also reliant on getting all of the materials that we need for them over here as well. We will be doing a bit more, but I don't want to set up any more burner mining drills. I've got 4 of them over here. Well, I've actually got 6 of them if you count the coal. Plus we've got another one over there. So we've got 7 burner mining drills. Now to start off with, that is like, there's a fair bit of resources has gone into that. But if you look there, we've got an electric mining drill. Now that does require 70 pieces of 70 pieces of iron in order to run, but it is so much better. If you look very carefully on there, you can see it says mining area 2x2. Okay? Mining speed 0.25 per second. And then you look at this one, mining speed 0.5 and mining area 5x5. Right? That is significantly more than what we've got at the moment. Significantly more. And this is a really good thing. Right, I'm going to take 3 more lots of that. I'm going to need 2 more lots still on top of that. So I'll put those 5 in there. And then I got more 5s here busy making. And we'll slowly get through this. And then we'll be able to, once we get those factories. This is like a time-consuming bit. It's just kind of waiting for this. I'll tell you what, we've got that first 5. I'll put the next 5 in there. And we'll be able to fully automate this bit in a minute. So that, we've got 8 of those in there. I'm going to just do a little run over here. Make sure this one's still going well. And we'll look into there. We will drop in a bit more timber. Just like that. Then we can come back over this side. We've got our iron is still going. They're still making. And we go to you. I got 2 more of them to go. 1 more of them to go. As soon as that one's gone in, I can drop in the next lot. There. Perfect. Right. Automation. We're about halfway through making it. I've got 5 more of these items being made here. I've got 10 of them using up there. So we haven't got that many more that we want to make. And then that first bit will be done. And then we really are on our way to automation, right? We've got power on our system now. The coal is coming all the way through, so we know that this system here is now powering up. I've got these 2 over here. So this one here is outputting plenty. Pollution, energy consumption, stay working. See, this is the bit that I'm not sure about. Is it 2 of these, or is it 3 of these per boiler? I'm genuinely not sure if it's 2 or if it's 3. I mean, at the moment, it doesn't really matter. They're not using it a great deal because there's only one little item that's working off of it. It's not, you know, nothing is really going to affect it all that much. So we'll go for a little wander up through here. That coal is still coming down through ever so well, ever so nicely. It's doing a really good job, and it's going to keep going. What will happen is that belt there will fill up. It'll only go on the one side because these always go, they always place on the right-hand side. So that one's placing on its right-hand side on the belt. So once the right-hand side of the belt is completely full, it won't place anything on the left-hand side. That is a standard rule. And that standard rule is actually really useful to know because it means that there's only certain things that it will do. There's like you can program it to behave in a certain way, and that is a really, really useful thing. I've got 5 more of them going in there. Let's grab that. I've got 84 iron plates right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 more stacks of them. I think I only need to make 3 stacks of them, actually. So let's get rid of one of those stacks. And we just need to wait for those to make, and then that bit will be done. This is the most time-consuming part for the early stage, is just getting this one. When you've got, like, the really expanded resources like this, okay, the really expensive resources, and the expensive research as well. That's the other issue, is because I've got expensive research, that's also going to make it take a lot longer, and be more difficult. And the other thing, right, the bit to start with that is going to cause us actual issues, it is going to cause us problems, is the fact that we've got a lack of space here. Okay, I've got to remove every single tree that is in my way if I want to be able to do it. Anything I want to do, I've got to remove these trees. And that's going to slow us down, right? That is definitely going to slow us down to start with. Space is going to be an absolute premium. It's really, really going to be crucial to how everything progresses. With the lack of space that we've got right here. So we're going to have to really be careful how we progress, what we do, and how we go about doing it. So I'll just put that into there. That's going to be the last of it in there. I'm not going to need to worry about those anymore. Everything else is going to be fully automatic from this point on. So let me just go down here and I'll clear a few more bits of tree here. Over to there. So we do have at least a nice bit of space over our patches of ore. We're going to want to be using a fair bit of that space, admittedly. Which means that we're also going to want to clear more space down here. So we may as well do a little bit of this every now and then when we get the opportunity to. A bit later on, there's another thing, you know, we get other bits that open up that is going to make a massive, huge difference to how everything is going to run, right? And that is going to be the robots. The robots will automatically come along and they will pick up the trees for us, right? And once we get to that stage, that is when things immediately start to become a little bit easier for us. And you can see here the coal is already starting to slow down a little bit. It is getting through, and all of that is being powered up anyway. Here, that coal doesn't really matter. It's going to keep backing up. Eventually it'll get full. And here we go. Automation is about done. It's got one last one in. There we go. It is finished. So I've got 5 items in there. They're not doing anything. But I've now completed that bit of research. So I can then choose to build gun turrets if I want to. But we know that we don't have any aliens on our island. If we go to the map, there aren't any aliens on this island. So we don't have to worry about them. And also pollution is not going very far at the moment. Mainly because we've got so many trees around us. But we will start to notice soon the trees near the edge of our base. They're going to start dying. Right? They are actually going to start dying. Oh, I can't see the trees down here. I'm too far away from it. Right, well, never mind that then. But yeah, trees will start dying. That will become an issue. But we want to go in here. Stone walls, again, we don't need to worry about them. Military items, we don't need to worry about that just yet. Logistics in here, a splitter, and an underground belt. Now, that does become very useful. Electronics. That itself doesn't unlock anything at all. It also requires 150 science packs, which is quite a big thing. But it unlocks all of this. Electrical energy distribution, solar energy, circuit networks, fast inserters and other inserters, and automation level 2, which is the bigger things. And steel processing, that requires 250 of those. That's incredibly useful. Logistics Science Pack Level 2, 375 of these red packs. All of that is stuff that we want later. Probably, well, optics right there. At the moment, all that is going to give us is lamps, but it does unlock lasers and solar energy later, so it's something that we're going to want. But no, what we want right now is logistics. This is the important one that we're going to want. So we're going to start research on there, and we've already got 5 items in here. So it's going to start researching those, but what we're going to want to do is we're going to go there, and we're going to take 112 plates out of there, and we're going to start setting up a little bit more automation on this. Now, the furnaces have to stay the same. They're not going to change, but what I can change is how the rest of this operates, and that is the new exciting part that we're going to do. I'm going to make 2 of them, and you can see that's going to take up a whole load of stuff, but I also got that one down there, assembling machine. That is another really crucial aspect of everything that we're going to do. All of these burner inserters, those will be able to go. The only thing that we're going to have to worry about is the stone furnaces. This is our first major upgrade, and you start working through this major upgrade almost immediately. Right? It makes such a massive difference. As soon as you get it, it's immediately available. You can start doing stuff with it. I've already got a burner mining drill, not an electric mining drill, right there. Get rid of that a minute. So you have a look here, and you have a look on, right, look at this. Expected resources, 353,000 expected resources off of there. But we've got to have power to run it. Right, that's the only bit, is we've got to have power to run it. So we've got our basic facility right here. And that little loop, I can just leave that one where it is, and I don't need to worry about it too much. And what I can do is I can set up a whole brand new loop for doing some other bits and pieces. And those other bits and pieces, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that over here first. And I'm just going to clear the timber away from the edge of this bit right here, so that I get this ore that is in this area right here. So if I go right there, I go to the edge of that ore there, that's 3.3k, I can go all the way over to there. 14,000 I get just from that one piece right there. And then you can put them up close to each other so that it works through the same patch of ore really fast. Or you can put a gap of 2 in between them like that. That next one's already going to get me 128,000 pieces of ore. Right, that is a huge amount of ore. There's a lot. Right, that is really an absolute massive amount. And then I can put a belt on there like that. Or what I can do is I can actually put that one there like that. And then I can put a belt coming down here. And that's going to put the ore onto both sides of that belt. If I want to do it like that. I don't actually want to do it like that. I've got a different plan for this. I'm not quite sure how I was going to do my different plan. I've got an idea of how I wanted to do it. How am I going to do this? Right, yeah, so we've got all of this coal is coming through there, and then that one he'll keep... Everything's running at the moment. That seems to be using up. That bit down there is... It is filling up that belt. It is taking a while to fill that belt up. I ought to ignore that bit for a minute. It's the furnaces that I need to concern myself with, just for a minute. And we're going to take those furnaces. So I've got 2 of these over here, right? And I'm going to take that right there. And I'm going to put 1 there. I'm going to put 1 there. And I'm going to put 1 there, right? And out comes the ore. Now, I've got ore going onto 2 sides of this belt. That's absolutely great. But I don't think I actually want ore going onto 2 sides of that belt. So, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do that and that and that. Right? So, I've got ore going onto 1 side of the belt. And then I'm going to pick that up completely like that. And I'm not going to worry about it. So, you there. I'm going to drop those 15 pieces in there. This one is fairly steady. But it runs at a precise speed, right? It doesn't go any faster now. This one's now backed all the way up. That one's finished. It's not going to go any further. But no, what I want to do next is I want to come down here. How did I want to do this? I want to take... Yes, I know what I want to do. I'm going to go to you. Right, I need iron plates. So I go like that. It's 146 iron plates. I can now make inserters. Okay, this is normal electric inserters. And these are rather valuable. So I'm going to make 5 of them. And we're going to start using these to replace other things on here. First up, I'm going to go with those right there. And I'm going to replace them on there. Like that. I have to... click my middle button to remove items off of my belt, off of the list down here. Right, so I'm going to take that one. And then that one, I'm going to put that one there. And if you just click on it like that and it upgrades it, it automatically puts in the new one instead of keeping the old one. And then I'm just going to put a power line. I'm going to move power lines around a bit. I'll put one up there. You'll get these power lines going everywhere. And you can see how much faster a regular inserter is just by that one little tiny bit there. Then I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to remove a piece of belt right there. And I'm going to take that one. And I'm going to put that one there. And then I'm going to put that onto there like that. Right, now, if I've got this correct, it should take the... Oh, no, wait, it won't do that. I go to there. I don't... Oh, no, wait, I can't do that yet. I had a master plan that was going to work beautifully, but I can't actually do it because I don't have the necessary items just yet for all of my network. Because what I was going to do is I was going to put that, just one lot of there. And that's going to go onto the side of the belt. So then we've got ore going down the side of that belt. And we've got coal going down the other side. And then one inserter is going to be using it. But it's not actually going to work the way that I wanted it to work. So what I will do, I think, is... Have I got... I do. I've got enough to make one more of these. I'll make it... Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.